Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered! Today it's going to be a match between IdrA and IdrA here on Tornado. It's going to be a special Patreon cast. If you are seeing this the week of April the 8th, then thank you very much for subscribing to me on patreon.com for at least $1 a month. And let's get right on into it here. Top left-hand corner of Tornado, we have the purple Protoss player, IdrA. He is Ukrainian. And in the bottom side of the map, it is the teal... Whoa! It is the teal Terran player. He's American. It is IdrA! Alright, man. These two players know each other very well. They are two of the better players in the foreigner scene from back in the day here. I believe this was played in 2012, if my numbers are correct. But sometimes they're not. There's really no guarantee that they are. But regardless, it's from a time before Remastered existed. And one of the things I'm doing here with these is I am casting these in the remastered client when they were originally played in the original client. So, hope you enjoy these. If you do, hit that like button. Leave me a comment letting me know who you're rooting for in this match and what you're expecting to see. I know a lot of people will click on these because they want IdrA Rage. And I'm going to be honest, I feel like it's been some time since we've seen some IdrA Rage on the channel. I cast a bunch of his early, 2 or 3 of them that where he lost and got super mad about it, or even a couple where he won and got super mad about it. But on the other end, it's been a few games where he just looks really good and wins, and there's no rage, there's hardly any chat at all. And that's the IdrA that maybe nobody is super interested in. I still like watching him regardless. He's a great player. He's always been a great player. I love what he does. Is he Flash? No. He's not. Is he last? No, he's not, obviously. But he's better than 99.9999% of all the players who played Terran in the history of Brood War. He's up there, man. And that's what matters, I think. Anyway, is that a Nexus first? IdrA's going Nexus first against IdrA. Holy cannoli. He feels extremely brave here on Tornado. Let's take a look at Tornado. It looks kind of like, I don't know, a big star thing in the middle here. Can zoom out quite a bit here in the remastered client. I don't use it a lot because it's kind of weird, but yeah, it's a 4-player map. It looks like this is a spawning location. And this is a spawning location. Look how big your main is, relatively speaking. That's awesome. So 4-player map where this spawn location's a little bit lower. This one's kind of in, right? This one's kind of up and this one's kind of in. So it's kind of just following, yeah, it's kind of following a Tornado Vortex style here. I sort of like it. Very nice Tornado. I have cast a couple games on this map. I just never really noticed the difference in the spawning positions there and how intentional that is. Probe in here trying to be annoying, but there's a Marine out now, so Probe should just get on out, go down that ramp, and go back where you came from. Now look how good this is out of IdrA. He goes Nexus first. He's got 2 gateways coming up. He still has a Cyber Core on the way. He's not going to be able to rush Dragoon pressure here against IdrA, but maybe it doesn't matter, because IdrA was going for a factory anyway before Command Center, so this just means he's economically ahead, and there's really not a lot IdrA can do to punish this. Oh no, IdrA, he's going to come in and be like, ah, I see, a Nexus first play, huh? What am I supposed to do with this, he's probably asking. Yeah, that sucks, man. That is no worse feeling. He gonna send these Marines out and try to... Is he bringing the... What? IdrA is gonna try to punish this. He's bringing the boys. He's pulling the boys, you guys. Dude, if there are Dragoons here, SCV Marine is actually pretty good against Dragoons. Zealots, not as much. Oh, this is so good. IdrA! Yes! I didn't expect this at all in this match, but we're getting it. SCVs, the probes are stacking up, trying to kill the Marines if they can. The damage output is pretty good. Couple Marines go down instantly here. A bunker's under construction. The Zealot needs to get in on this action. There you go. He's so good against SCVs. Dragoons are not cost for cost here. And there are no Marines to go inside the completed bunker. This Marine maybe can sneak on in. He's running for it. He gets inside the bunker. Hero Marine makes it inside IdrA's bunker here. Holy crap. Oh, the Vulture dies at the same time as the Dragoon. What a stupid play. This has been fantastic in the early stages here. This Nexus taking shots, but I really think I think Whiteraw's going to be just fine, you guys. If he loses this Nexus, I will be kind of shocked, to be honest with you. Dragoon's coming down. Singularity charge is not done. Oh my, he can't let this Marine in. He can't let there be 2 Marines in this bunker, but he's going to let 2 Marines be in this bunker. He's trying to set up in a position where he can kill these SCVs that are going after his Nexus, and that's a pretty good spot right there. But he needs to have the range where he can hit this bunker without taking damage from it. And more Marines getting in. Not positioning good from IdrA. Dude, this Nexus, Singularity charge is done. So range is real right now. Oh, that high ground Dragoon is so good as well. Another Marine gets inside the bunker. We have 4 inside the bunker. Dragoon, look at this. Look at this. Look at this range right now. Spider Mines getting some hits there. Oh my gosh. Has IdrA done this? Is IdrA gonna get... IdrA gets the Nexus. Wow. He's got 24 to 18 workers too. He's been making SCVs this whole time. He has a better economy. This is bonkers. I cannot believe IdrA was able to pull this off. I'm telling you, he's a great player, but I just figured when he pulled the SCVs... Incredible. Incredible. It's 25 to 19 workers. Natural base under construction now for IdrA. No such thing happening here for IdrA at all. He's got a spider mine inside his own base. SCV scouting around to see what's going on. Robotics facility being attempted right now. IdrA has the ability to expand here. Oh, did he have to kill that spider mine in order to get that Nexus down? I bet he did. That's so annoying. Siege mode on the way now from IdrA. What a fantastic first 7 minutes this has been. I am overjoyed with how this has gone so far. There's no way IdrA can punish that, Falcon said, foolishly. And then IdrA totally punished it and ended the position with more workers than IdrA has and a natural base that's coming up sooner than IdrA's second one is. Okay. So what's IdrA's response going to be? Well, right now he's just trying to get observers so he can kill these spider mines that are kind of keeping him hostage inside his own house. Or base. It's not really a house. Little innocuous spider mine. 125 damage per hit. Splash. Pretty good. Pretty good unit. Time for a Maynard transfer. There it is. Maynard transfer coming down to that natural base. Tanks with siege mode mean these Dragoons can't do anything to harass that natural base at all. But there is a shuttle. Ooh, Reaver drop. So that is a huge Maynard transfer. Like, way too much Maynard transfer. There's only 7 probes up at your main base. There you go. Send some of them back. And finally, Spider-Mine gets wiped out thanks to Observer's friendly help. Alright, so we are going to do Reaver drops. IdrA says, what goes around comes around. Your aggression shall be met with aggression henceforth. God, so much fun. I'm still happy about that. It worked, man. The fact that IdrA attempted it makes me happy, and the fact that he pulled it off makes me happy. Really, really does. Alright, Reaver out. There's your load-up sound. Now, this barracks is scouting for this very thing. If a drop comes down this way, it can't hide from this barracks. It'd have to go around. So let's see. He's got to spot it. Why is he bringing the barracks home is what I want to know. Engineering base scouting here too. Yeah, that shuttle got 100% scouted. IdrA is just gambling. Well, you know what? There is a tank and missile turret here. Reaver taking some tank fire. 1 Marine goes down. And that is well held by IdrA. I gotta say, that was really nicely done. Charon boosters coming in pretty early from our Terran player here today. Yeah, I think that Reaver got a single kill on a Marine. Not exactly what you're looking for when you invest this much into a Reaver drop. Third command center under construction right now, and a third nexus already coming up from WhiteRaw in that top right spawn location. So he's trying to out-expand the Terran player, as you need to do if you're gonna win, which too few Protoss players do, man. Drives me crazy. Getting some shots off. Does force us to cancel on that third CC. Okay, that's pretty good. Forcing that cancel was nice. Reaver trying to find an angle which he can kill that Goliath without taking tank fire, and I'm not sure that he has one, to be honest. Citadel of a Dune on the way. Actually not expanding up here. Even the Vultures were thinking about that what was happening. But no, just kind of bypassing this third base entirely to expand way up here. I like it. Spider Mine's getting tossed. Dragoons not really falling for it, but it doesn't. Oh, now they're covering their tracks, and this one probe dies with extreme prejudice. Trying to sneak in down to the natural base with the Zealot to take the tank fire and the Reaver to do the damage. There you go, getting some hits on these dudes. Bunch of red on these SCVs. Not too bad. And IdrA still not really able to take a third base. That said, the fourth base of WhiteRaw is affording him nothing right now. These Dragoons can't get in there because there are Spider Mines, especially this one on the ramp is so well placed. It's getting additional gateways, getting a Templar Archives, whether that's for Storm or whether that's for Archons, probably for Storm and Storm drops. But this tank defense to prevent from these drops, these special tactics, they're going pretty well. IdrA has some experience with WhiteRaw, it would seem. Alright, so these Vultures doing their best here, but not going to take down the Nexus today. They might come back and get it, but it's not going to be right now, at least. Good effort, though, guys. Everybody clap for the Vultures. Great, great effort. Color coordinating with their bikes and everything today. Really looking sharp. Ooh, every Reaver shot. He's not killing a lot of stuff, but he's getting damage done. That Charon booster upgrade really makes it hard for Shuttle to get stuff done, Arbiters to get stuff done. Nice. There you go. That's a couple kills. Remember, Reaver's not killing stuff? Reaver's killing stuff. 87 to 88 supply. It is as even as it can be right here in total supply. The big deal is the third base is happening for WhiteRaw. Where's the third base? You know what's happening for IdrA too. He's going to Maynard down here, but there's a Reaver. So, like, maybe don't bring all your SCVs over here right now. Let's see how many kills this Reaver has. I feel like it's a good number at this point. It's at least 10. Is it fair to say that it's at least 10? Maybe it is. These Vultures got up to this fourth base. Are you serious? How did they get up here? They ran. It's what they... 9 kills on the Reaver. More damage done on that siege tank. And Special Tactics Shuttle decides it's time to get on out of there. Huge, huge Maynard transfer. Just by distance, coming on up to that top right-hand base to that fourth. Ooh, taking another base here. I don't know that he's doing enough, though. It's 56 to 42 workers. IdrA has the better economy. He's continuing to pump tanks. The Reaver has done a pretty good job here in reducing that tank count to some extent, but there are still a lot. There are still a lot present. Oh, that Reaver is going to go down. Does take a Goliath with him. Goliath tracked down that shuttle, executed it with prejudice, and then killed the Reaver after losing one of their own. But that's fair. Entirely fair. Arbiter Tribunal coming on in. Interesting location. I feel like it messes up your gas harvesting, but maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's the right place. Sure. We'll give WhiteRaw the benefit of the doubt here. So for all the aggression we've seen over the first 15 minutes, this is where we are. It's a 4-basing WhiteRaw versus a 3-basing IdrA. It is Storm coming in from WhiteRaw. Now, it does take 2 Storms to take down a tank and a Goliath. But if they're clumped up, you can kind of take them down with 2 Storms, one after the other, right? Hard to pull off. But not impossible. And some of the better PvT wins that I've seen where the Protoss didn't go carrier has been in situations where they've gotten Storm and just continually stormed these groups over and over again. It's a lot of Dragoons trying to get a run by on IdrA. Just stating for the record here. First Arbiter in production, making additional tanks here because what else are you gonna do if you're IdrA? You're not going battle cruisers, that's for sure. Let's just make sure we have a lot of tanks and enough Goliaths to deal with the Arbiters and maybe, I don't know, the Observers, whatever else is flying around up there. Shuttles, perhaps. Spider-Mine's getting cleared out along this right side. And yeah, the Spider-Mine presence is not all that intense right now. Although, ow. Oh, nice. No damage taken at all. Well done. Still 153 to 141 supply here in favor of IdrA. Is EMP done? I'm not sure EMP is done. Yeah, IdrA's not even sieging these tanks, you guys. I've thought about this before. I feel like sometimes there's just enough mech. You can kind of A-move into the Protoss and beat them without even sieging up. You know, patience is a virtue, as they say, and sieging up makes it easier to win those fights. So we'll siege up, and then unsiege, and then siege again, and we'll do that dance. The good news for IdrA is we're doing this here. The Terran army is not able to siege up right on one of your nexuses or one of your mineral lines. So as long as IdrA wants to hang out here, IdrA is totally fine with that. There we go. That storm is getting tossed down here. Zealots and Dragoons, not enough Protoss though. And again, a lot of these tanks are not even sieging up. They got +2 attack. The Dragoons are on +1, so they're getting out upgraded here too. The best thing I could say here for IdrA is that these engagements are happening here instead of here, or instead of here. That said, kind of unimpeded, moving across the map right now. Some high ground Protoss positioning can be pretty good right there. Assuming the science vessel doesn't give it to them there. The tanks siege up right in this location. Good storm. Does he have another one? He does have another storm. So a lot of these tanks are going to go down. A couple of them do end up getting killed there. But there are still so many tanks, you guys. So many tanks. And we're sieging up at the natural base. I don't know that IdrA has enough to do this thing, y'all. This Nexus might go down for the second time today. My goodness, 167 to 110 total supply. We have another tank army gathering on the right side, heading up to the north here, splitting IdrA's attention. There's a shuttle coming in because there are no Goliaths here, so we're doing some zealot bombing, which is working. But how many zealots do you have and how many tanks are there? The math does not add up if you're trying to win with that move, IdrA. It thins it out, yeah, but no. 2-1 is now done for the tanks. The Dragoons are at 1-1. Upgrade still favoring IdrA here. Science Vessel detecting quite nicely. This top right attack is just going so well for IdrA right now. Arbiter gets wiped out by Goliath. There have just been no stasises at all today. Recall's being researched, but I don't know if we'll ever get a use for it at all. And I feel like we're in GG territory. I feel like IdrA's pulled this thing off. He's up 171 and 95 total supply. The Zealot bombs are continuing to be attempted with some level of success. But yeah, that fourth Nexus is down. The natural Nexus is down. IdrA is on 2 bases where one of them is already mined out. And more tanks continue to cruise up here with +3 attack on the way for those tanks and the vultures. These probes are long distance mining in a very dangerous... Is he trying to replant the... Why? There's a tank in range there. That's how nuts this game has been. We're at the 19-minute mark and the natural base still has quite a bunch of minerals left. That's incredible. I'm kind of surprised IdrA didn't decide to go for that fourth. Was there a recall? Why are you coming home? I did not see a recall. Maybe there was. Oh. There's an Arbiter back here. I don't know that he's tried anything yet, but IdrA maybe just a little over-eagerly trying to get ready for this. Look at him. Wow, this response is kind of nuts. IdrA's expanded to the right side now. His income is just fantastic compared to the Ukrainian Protosses. Zealots coming on in, trying to deal with this. Okay, so the Arbiter's taken care of. We can go now. I don't know why he sent his whole army back home to deal with this. That's what's crazy to me. He sent his whole army back, and look at this log jam. This tank's trying to get in, and these ones are trying to get out, and they're just doing the dance. We do the twist. Finally killing his own supply depot. Supply blocking himself, actually. And whiterot kind of sort of breaking out here. He's still down by 70 supply. It's just all of IdrA's supply is down here. He was looking really almost flawless until he decided to send his entire army back home under threat of recall. But yeah, it's +3 attack on these mech units. The Dragoons are sitting on 1-1 still. They're working on 2-2, but they're really far away. I mean, storm up here. Nice EMP happening. But again, not even really sieging up the tanks right now. And it's working. He's taking some storms. He is losing some units, but he's so far ahead. He just doesn't care. He doesn't want to take the time to siege up and then unsiege and then resiege and then unsiege. And I like it. I got to support this. Double expanding IdrA up the right side here. This fourth base is going to die again while it's under construction for the second time today. Coming up this ramp really shouldn't be quite so difficult or scary, but, you know, you do you. There's observers out, but I don't see any arbiters running around. They're pretty gas-intensively heavy, and whiterot does not have much gas. So he's going to come up the ramp. And that's your good game. Good game out of IdrA. And that is a win for your Terran player in 22 minutes and 53 seconds. Oh, goodness. Goodness gracious. What a fantastic TVP. It all starts off with the Nexus first from whiterot. I said couldn't be punished. Then IdrA did his very best to punish it into oblivion. Does shut it down. And then IdrA's just able to kind of go from there. The Reaver harassment was annoying, but it never stopped him from getting upgrades and getting tanks and getting vultures. Never stopped him from wiping out 2 bases. And yeah, this hiccup of coming all the way home to deal with a potential recall was nuts. But at the end of the day, he was able to go up and take down the newer sources of income for whiterot. Yes, he'd retaken the natural base, but by then it was too late. Again, the upgrades favoring the Terran player immensely. And just no stasises really attempted. The upgrades were not fantastic there, and whiterot was never able to get that tank count down low enough to where he wanted it to be in order to win. So good job, IdrA gets the win. No rage. In fact, a GG at the end of the game. 110,000 points there for whiterot, 143,000 points for IdrA. Produced 284 units did IdrA. Ended up losing 163 of them. But that's 60 more units produced than the Protoss. Going to help a lot, especially if a lot of those are tanks. Buildings raised, both players lost a few there, and then IdrA just more gas mined, more minerals mined, and more total spent by a significant number in every category. And that's how you win games of StarCraft, boys and girls, as long as you can spend it. So that is going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.